Hello, it's another rainy day in Seattle. Welcome, Group A. So we have for your tarot cards the Page of Swords, the Nine of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords, Page of Cups, and the Hangman. And for your Oracle, we have Dance in the Fire. And I just love how that comes out because it literally goes hand in hand with this Queen of Wands. So let's see. Group A, what is your advice? It definitely feels as if at this time you're being encouraged to trust yourself. Have confidence in whatever this is that you truly desire to do, that you feel as if you're receiving a bit of pushback from. Maybe you're not as supported as you would like to be, or you're just afraid of yourself or what you can contribute to the world. But this is really encouraging you to tap in. Okay, look at things from a different perspective, especially if you're trying to gain insight or information from other individuals. Really look at where they are in their life before you go out and you're seeking answers from other people. Whatever this is that you're desiring to do, whether you're afraid of the outcome or others' opinions, it feels as if you're being met with a bit of pushback. And this is encouraging you to go with that fire that's burning in your heart, that's burning in the depths of your spirit. You just need more information. So make the phone calls, get clear insight, and go after whatever this is with full-blown courage that the Most High is literally backing you. And think also to yourself, there is a reason for why this is boiling in the depths of you. There's a reason why you feel very passionate about it when you speak on this. There's a reason why it may cause a little restlessness within you, whether it's at night or during the day. I want to point out this star here in the Princess of Water, which is the Page of Cups in this deck. It feels like you're literally tapping into your inner star and releasing the expectations of others, because the Hangman, it can signify surrendering too. And this really feels as if releasing the expectations of others will bring this in for you at this time. Your intuitive perceptions are accurate, even if others challenge you or try to convince you otherwise. Definitely feels as if you're allowing past wounds or perceptions to stop you or get the best of you, this is a great time to reflect on those past wounds and tell yourself, I may have gone through it, but I've overcome it. And at least I got through it. There was a point in time during this Nine of Wands where you may not have seen the situation unfolding for the better for you. Don't be afraid of yourself. Don't be afraid of what you're capable of doing at this time, or even saying that may be of influence to others, because this definitely feels like if you're drawn to this group, you're being called to lead, you're being called to influence, and you're afraid. It's like you're afraid to step out. You don't have the information. You're searching for the answers, perhaps in others who've never done what you're trying to do. And this is telling you to surrender maybe an idea that you've been having, surrender a way in which you've been going about something, and you will receive enlightenment. You'll see, you know what? I'm more than capable of doing exactly what I set out to do in my heart. There's a reason why this is in my spirit. There's a reason why there's a fire burning in the depths of me. And I'm going to do it. And by goodness, by grace, they're going to watch me do it. All right? This is the season in which people are going to watch you do it, Group A. Not think about it, not hold back, unless you feel in your spirit. Now is not quite the time, like that Three of Wands energy, because the Queen of Wands, mind you, she's achieved, she's overcome every wand. And this may be encouraging you to literally dance in the fire. Not to mention, you're gonna look good doing it. You may want to just take baby steps. If it's going to the gym, do that. This is your message from the Most High. Yes, now is the time to do so. You're actually more than capable of accomplishing this goal. It's just taking that step to reflect on yourself and all that you have overcome is definitely going to help with your confidence, especially if you find yourself struggling with your confidence and your capability to go after whatever this is. Really looking into the fine print of whatever this is that you need to do. Sometimes we have very vague ideals, like, oh, you know what, I want to go to Brazil. What city in Brazil? There's so many cities in Brazil. Where in Brazil are you trying to go? Oh, I want to go to São Paulo. Oh, okay. So do you know what area you want to stay in? I need you to look at the Airbnb or the hotel. I need you to study the area. I need you to know the locals. I need you to know how to speak Portuguese. I need you to look into the fine print of what you desire to do. Okay? This applies to any country, any state, however. You need to look at the details. That's really going to help your confidence, because when you have expectation of what you're walking into, you can boldly walk into that. I need for you to walk into every room as if the Most High sent you, because God did. Okay? It's not by accident. It's not by chance. I need you to walk with intention, Group A. And know that whatever this fire is that's being birthed in your spirit, don't be afraid of it. Be ready for it. It's meant for you. You're not walking in rooms talking about what you've been through. You're walking in rooms talking about what you have overcome. Hello, it's another rainy day in Seattle. Welcome, Group B. So for your tarot cards, we have the Sun card, the King of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Tower, the Lovers, the Eight of Cups, and the Chariot. And for your oracles, we have New Beginnings, Let Your Higher Self Lead, and Jordan. So I do have two scenarios, so two groups within this group. Some of you are already in the process of doing this, but either you have walked away from someone that you consider a lover, or you're considering it. So these are my two groups within this group. But either way, it's as if you were encouraged to, or you're considering disconnecting from someone that you could be living with, or you could have had a long-term connection with. So you walked away from someone that you had a long-term connection with, you felt like was literally like your twin flame, soulmate. I'm just getting twin flame from the Four of Wands, Lovers. Or like a soulmate, someone that you saw yourself with for a while, or you're with for a while, however, or live together, however. Y'all were locked in, all right? Y'all were together, okay? Y'all were together for a while. Now, you could have had to walk away from this person. You didn't want to, or you're being encouraged to disconnect from this person. Now, I know that's not the easiest. You're like, girl, I didn't come for this kind of advice. I get you. You're probably like, you're not ready. But some of you are ready. And perhaps you're just seeking the truth in the situation. Well, I will say, you are meant to be with this person. I'm not sure where the disconnect is lying between you and this individual, where the breakdown has come. But I will say that breakdown was supposed to happen, with this Tower energy being in between the two. The Four of Wands and the Lovers. Tower is major arcana. That was going to happen regardless. It was meant to happen. It's tearing down old foundations. And I'm going to get into the oracle because it does tie into the oracle quite nicely. I love it. I just love it. And I just love how when I do these shuffles, how they all come together. But the Tower is tearing down of old foundations that were already built on like sand, or it was built on something toxic. It's like you want to see the Tower in certain situations that were unhealthy, right? So in some way, this situation between you and this individual, maybe it didn't become incredibly unhealthy for all of you, but for some of you, it became unhealthy. And for others of you, you probably just kind of felt like there's more. Like, okay, you want more with your life, or you want more for yourself. And maybe you found yourself in the shadow of this individual, which is why you either disconnected or desire to disconnect. You're being encouraged to step out at this time. And I really love, these are like really big cards, so it's hard to fit into the camera. But I love this oracle, let your higher self lead. And how this woman has her arms up. And it just feels like this energy of liberation, especially paired with the sun and new beginnings. If you have already walked away from a connection that you felt as if you did not want to walk away from, I'm telling you, your days are going to get so much brighter. And I know it's easier just said, but you will see for yourself soon. And it's so crazy because I'm filming this on the first day of spring. Oh, actually, I lied. This is the day before spring. So tomorrow will be the first day of spring. So it feels like it's that soon. It feels like that's how soon the sun is coming out. It's like, you know what? Finally, we're getting some warmth here. We're getting growth. Things are going to start to flourish in your life. I'm feeling that for you. And I'm really happy to be able to share that news with you. It's definitely new beginnings on the horizon for you, Group B. And this is a message to encourage you to trust your inner guidance. To trust your inner guidance, trust the Most High at this time. Trust what process you are in the journey right now. Truly embrace it and know that this too shall pass. And I mean, my goodness, you're on to brighter days. Brighter days. I love it. So this Jordan here, or Jeridon, whatever. This is Cancer energy. Cancer may be significant, as well as this cherry is Cancer energy too. So perhaps maybe look at your Cancer placements. However, now with the Jeridon, it encourages you to go out into nature, essentially. And I love what it says here. The strange girl said, "If you don't tell the trees your secrets, why should they tell you theirs?" And just to go into a little more depth, it says you should minimize talking to humans. This is not the time to tell everyone about what you are working on in private. So if you have felt called to disconnect from a person, or if you are already in the process of doing so, limit who you share that with. Limit the individuals in which you share this major move and transition in your life with. Now, what I will say is, it's getting warmer outside. Touch some grass. Touch some grass barefoot, do some grounding, rooting, however. And talk to some trees. I know you're probably like, girl, but yeah, talk to some trees. You see how close she is with this tree? Get out there and embrace nature. Embrace the butterflies. Look at the sun around you. Look at life around you. And I guarantee you, you're going to see how you and this person were meant to be. I guarantee you, you're going to notice that this did not happen by accident. Nothing happened by accident. Nothing was by chance. You two connecting, or you two disconnecting. You two connecting, or you having to separate, or you two separating. All of that was according to divine plan. I know you're probably like, girl, this is horrible. I get it. I've been there before. Most of us have been there before. But I promise you, I feel like this is like my group in a way. I resonate with this group. Okay? Because I saw it for myself. I'll tell you that. I stepped out, created a new beginning for myself, and I saw my person come right back to me. Okay? So I'm not telling you something out of my ass. I'm telling you by experience, and the way this feels, it feels relative to my experience. So The doors to a brand new future are wide open and inviting you in right now, groupie. You already felt disconnected from that relationship. Definitely, this feels like if you're drawn to this group, this is pertaining an individual that is a staple in your life. For some, he was rather generous, or he wasn't that bad of a partner. And for others, it's a bit of bittersweet relief that you're disconnected from them now. And ultimately, this is putting you in a space where you'll find your purpose. The Eight of Cups is a spiritual journey. It refines our idea of where we are emotionally, especially in terms of things that we feel as if we no longer connect with. It's as if you spend, 5 years at a job, or 5 years isn't long. Let's say like 10 years at a job, and you realize this isn't really what you want to do, but you've spent 10 years there. 10 years is a long ass time. I couldn't imagine being anywhere for that long, but neither here nor there. There's an emotional disconnect for a reason, and you're feeling guided elsewhere. You're feeling guided, emotionally guided by the moon, and going back to the trees. Definitely connect with nature. Hug some trees, talk to some trees this spring. Plant a garden or start just a small little garden. Anything. Know that in this case, I would definitely say it feels that you're right in divine alignment. You're right in alignment for your life. You really are. Even if you have to disconnect from someone that you feel like is very important to you, or you feel as if you already have, there's so much purpose in that you're going to see, and it's going to feel really great. And trust me, you're going to be back with that person, and things are going to feel like new again too. I don't know how long your time frame is, but it's going to be worth it. You'll look back and say, wow. You'll take time to stop and smell the flowers. Whereas before, maybe you're like reluctant. You're like, oh my gosh, really? You're telling me to move on? Like, you'll notice that, you know what? I'm so glad I did that for myself, because after that Eight of Cups comes that Nine of Cups, where we establish wish fulfillment for ourselves. So you can share a 10 of Cups with your person. You can share it. This King of Pentacles is not going anywhere. He's not going to go anywhere. Just because you decide to walk away doesn't mean that just because he stops talking to you for a few days, he's checked out of the connection. No, this dude is committed. I don't know if you were divorced. This could be a divorce, the Tower. But doesn't mean he's not still your lover, someone that you're supposed to be with. And just because you made the decision to walk away, you can also make the decision to come back when you're ready. And he'll still be there. He will still be there. Do what's best for you right now, and move successfully towards where your heart's calling you, where you feel spiritually guided with this Eight of Cups. Let your higher self lead. Allow the Most High, higher self, however, lead you to this new beginning, and you will not regret it. I love this so much for you. I really do, because it's not easy having to walk away from someone that you love. I get it. Because you're like, wow, was that just a waste? It's not a waste. Nothing is in vain. Nothing is in vain. Everything is purposeful and intentional when you're allowing your higher self to lead, when you're trusting in your higher self to lead, when you're trusting in the Most High to lead you. Nothing at all is in vain. You will acquire this new beginning, and you're going to look back and thank God that you did. Thank God that you kept going. A moment to reflect. A moment to face your shadow and to look at the beauty that's within you as well too. And know that of all of the billions of people on the earth, you met this person for a reason. And you can choose yourself and trust that they'll still be there. They'll still be there. They'll still be there when the Most High has you circle right back to one another in this journey. But right now, it feels like it's time to choose yourself and your new beginning that's coming in. Hello, it's another rainy day in Seattle. Welcome, Group C. So for your tarot cards, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, the Strength card, the 3 of Wands, and the Moon. And for your Oracle, we have Lighten Up. So I did pull additional cards for you on the back end, but we'll get to those in a little bit. What I see here in your present moment, it definitely feels as if you are needing to practice patience. You may be feeling on guard or hyperly defensive, a little bit paranoid, but there's a need to practice patience. It feels as if there's a situation before you that is unfolding, definitely in regards to like a family matter or with a partner, perhaps a long-term partner, perhaps someone that you're dealing with, or someone that you could be at a distance from. But most certainly, it feels as if there's been some testing of the patience for you. Things are not as what they seem. Things are a bit fuzzy. Things are not as clear yet, and you will see the full picture soon. I know this feels like a heavy matter. I don't know how long this has been going on, but it does feel as if for some time you have had to practice patience, and there is still a need to just give it that last stretch and continue to do so, because things will become quite clear for you soon. And I love how it says here with Lighten Up, find the humor in your present situation to release your stress and fear. You are in no danger, even if your ego tries to convince you otherwise. Be prepared to receive good news and opportunities. They are on their way. Which brings me to the additional cards that I pulled out on the back end just to gain a little more insight into what's going on and what advice that you need to hear at this time. So we have the 3 of Wands, the Lovers, and the Queen of Wands. I will definitely say, Group C, now is the time to relax. Yes, it's okay to feel a little bit guarded or apprehensive when it comes to the situation, because it does feel as if along with this Strength card typically comes like the Devil energy, that challenge, that tension. I'm noticing the balance between Lighten Up, and it looks as if it's the Sun card along with the Moon. It feels as if things are definitely going to balance out for you in your current situation. If you have been patient when it comes to reuniting with a lover that may be at a distance, you can definitely anticipate that coming in soon. If you have just been patient to see a situation unfold in the best way possible, the best outcome, I get it. It's like, it feels like you have been on guard for some time, or the situation has been stagnant for some time, and you're wondering, okay, when is this going to move? When are things going to happen for me? And it's been met with a bit of paranoia. Maybe you're suspicious of other people being involved behind the scenes, or maybe there is it could be one or two scenarios. Like maybe there is an element where there's an external force that's you're aware of, so like a third party that you're aware of. That could be work. However, other factors that could be playing a part in this delay between you and this individual with the Lovers here, or just situation. So for example, let's say it's distance would be that third energy, or let's say if you're close in proximity, then it'll be a past. Let's say this is a connection where you two have separated and now there's a pause and so forth, because 10 of Pentacles could be a long-term connection, however, and now you two are considering getting back together. That delay or that period of pause, that could be the third interference, or the past could be that third interference, like getting over the baggage of the past. And this is what happened. This is why we separated in the blame game. That whole energy, whatever this feels as if you have been kind of in a limbo with, it's okay to stand firm in your foundation, in your boundaries, and your standards, what you believe and what you see for yourself coming into fruition. It's okay to stand in that. If you find yourself hyperly defensive, this is definitely encouraging you to just lighten up, relax, okay? There's nothing to worry about. I know it's easier, it's like maybe you're hyperventilating, but definitely your ships are coming in. If we're pointing to this Three of Wands, and I find it interesting how it came out twice for your shuffle. So going back to what it says here in the Oracle, be prepared to receive good news and opportunities. So definitely good news in terms of the situation that feels like it's been playing out for quite some time, or just you feel like there's been a lot of smoke and mirrors, like you just don't really know if it's going to go here or there, and you've been just being patient. Continue being patient, but know in your patience that yes, you can make your point known, you can have clear boundaries, know your standards, you walk with your head up high, and you don't have to come off like hyperly defensive. You know, there's a gracefulness that comes with remaining poised and having anticipation of receiving exactly what you put out there. If you create that standard in your situation or dynamic, because it feels like if you're drawn to this group, there's a bit of hidden energy there that could create fear or paranoia at times. Or you're like, okay, you may second guess what you're doing or your stance, or maybe you may do too much because you're like, okay, well, this person isn't communicating or this situation isn't coming through. So you find yourself doing the most, but that proper balance is needed at this time. Going back to how the sun complements the moon. So looking at how can you best balance out the situation would be great as well too. And being patient with yourself, being patient with the process, being patient with yourself, and knowing that, yes, you may have trigger wounds or there are things that may trigger you, but you don't have to be overly defensive when it comes to the situation or this individual. And watch how it unfolds. Watch how the situation falls into place exactly the way your heart desires, when you learn to really trust that you can stand boldly and know. And that could be spoken before your words. It could be spoken in how you carry yourself.